Hello there, Virgo. My name's Frankie, and I'm a clairvoyant, clairaudient medium, and an empath. This reading's going to be for Virgo for July of 2017. And what I've done here for us is I've pulled 4 cards and for the month, and I'm going to use the bottom card on the deck for overall view of the month, and we'll pull an angel card at the end of the reading. Now, I don't, to hopefully bring it together, I don't believe these cards are going to go week by week. I believe they'll probably blend in and out throughout the month for us. And I wanted to tell you, because I'm an empath, I have a speech pattern. So when you hear me say I, we're all Virgos for the time of this reading. And I'm not an astrologer, so I looked up the astrology for us for the month, and it's going to be in our 11th house, and that is all of your business income, friends, group associations, your hopes and wishes, social undertakings, and things that are beyond your control. Yeah, and I thought, well, it's looking like perhaps that may be true. We got some interesting cards here for the month, I have to tell you. And because I'm not an astrologer, when I need to look up astrological stuff, I go over to Veroush. It's Veroosh. She does the cards and the astrology, but the astrology is simplified and I can understand it. So I look at astrologers that it's understandable for me, because I just really have never got astrology, period. Well, Virgo, we have some words for us at the beginning of the month, and they're light, balance, respect, depth, and integrity. And I gotta tell you, looking at these cards, Virgo, I think July is going to be quite interesting. Now, because we're all different Virgos, it's going to come down a different area of our lives for all of us. Our first card for the overall view of the month is the Knight of Swords. And I was like, whoa, for the overall view of the month. You know, in a way, the way these cards are lined up, they're very similar to Leo. I just got done doing Leo, but their cards were pentacles and these are swords. So it's like, wow, I think some of us Virgos are going to have something that's going to get quite interesting this month to deal with. Because when we have this Knight of Swords as the overall view of the month, usually in my old deck that I was using before, he's charging forward with his sword held out in front of him on a horse, right? The Knight of Swords, and that means that he's a messenger. It could be message that we really don't like, or a message of bad news, but he's very aggressive. He was in the old deck, he's charging, ready for battle. And in this deck, he's got a sword that's covered for blood, and I'm thinking, did he just come through the battle, is what was occurring to me. But it can be us aggressively pursuing, something that we want, So when I say that in that manner, I really want to hold some type of balance during this month for my own self, because a lot of times we get this card, we are aggressively going after that which we want, but sometimes we are forgetting other pieces of our life in the process of that. And in order for our lives to be good, and for us and for everyone that's around us, there has to be that word balance within it, right? And this could be someone, and being as this is in 11th house, it could be someone aggressively coming after us too. So I want to keep both of those options open, because we are all different Virgos. And the 11th house is houses of friendships. Maybe we're having trouble with a friend or a partner right now, or a child, because knights are younger people. Now, I want to say that if it is a sun sign, it can, because it's a sword card, right? It would be air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And could be male or female if it's a person around us that could possibly be very aggressive in nature, or messages that are aggressive in nature coming at us. So we want to remember that word respect, because this falls on us, Virgo. So, in depth and integrity. And if we have to speak up for ourselves, or if this was someone that is causing us an issue, right? And we have to speak for ourselves. We want to be in balance, right? We want to be in our integrity, is what they're telling me. And we want to stand firm, because this is a swords card, right? Now, a lot of things are going on. I mean, I got to tell you, Virgo, we have 4 swords cards and 1 major arcana. So the reading, all in all, is like, wow. So I'm going to tell you part of what I told Leo, too. Our next card here, and I really shuffled these cards up, is the Empress card. And this is the card, this card means to me personally, it means birth. So maybe some of us are pregnant, or we are going to have a baby right now, or on the other hand, maybe we don't want to, so we know what to do, Virgo. But this Empress card is the card of nurturing. So that is that we are capable this month of nurturing others, right? Maybe we're nurturing a friend, possibly, that's going through this bad news or situation, or maybe they're coming at us and we were trying to nurture them, because they're telling me to tell you what I told Leo. The card is not reversed, but in reverse, sometimes it's time to nurture ourselves. But this shows that we are confident, capable, and capable. Maybe we're nurturing our child, Maybe looking at these other cards, for some of us, maybe one of our children got in some kind of trouble, failed their exams at school, or something along those lines, There can be other things, but with this card, they're telling me to tell you what I told Leo, which is tell you what the Empress is in reverse. And in reverse, it's because we have nurtured others to our own detriment or our own expense. And that's not good. That is not balance in our life. That is not the light in our life. That is not standing stable and being in our integrity, because we're not in that flow. So this card, we want to keep her upright, where we have the confidence, the strength, the wherewithal to be able to nurture others. And they say we have it this month because she's upright. But remember, in the process, nurture ourselves too. And I'm saying that because our next card is the 2 of Swords. And this 2 means it's a 2 of choices. But when we see this 2 of Swords card, she's blindfolded, see? Her arms crossed across her chest. It's the card of denial. So let's say, like, we're in a really bad relationship. It's the only example I can think of with the Knight of Swords, because we got him here. So we're out of our depth, we're in a bad relationship, and it's hitting the fan. That's a possibility with this 2 of Swords like this. Maybe it's a friendship, maybe it's a work relationship, maybe it is our husband-wife relationship. Because this Knight can be male or female, and this is a general reading. But this is the card of denial. We have to make a choice. We are pretending. The example I always think of with this card is a marriage that everybody in the world thinks is perfect, happy, la 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 la, going along, but it's crap at home. And now we're coming to that time where we have a decision we have to make. We don't want to make that decision. We're in complete denial of having to make the decision. But the only way to move forward is to make the decision. And when I see this card, I always think of this blindfold on her face as a Band-Aid. And it's like, do I want to take the Band-Aid off and pull each little hair out of my arm one at a time? Or do I want to go, yeah, that hurt, and take a deep breath and it's over? Because any decision that really needs to be made this bad is going to bring depth right back into my life. It's going to bring me into my integrity. It's going to give me back respect and strength and determined will within myself when I rip this blindfold off. Band-Aid, blindfold, we'll hope seriously when she pulls it off, she has eyebrows left on her face. I mean, this comes up as very serious. So a lot of us Virgos are, going through a little bit of a rough time, I believe. And there's choices and decisions we have to make. Maybe they are not people related, maybe they're work related. What do I have to decision, like what do I have to let go in order to do more of this at work, or give more on this project than that project? It could be decisions like that, and I think I'm capable. I can do everything all at one time, and it's just putting our Empress card in reverse. Because we're Virgos, we're very detail oriented, and we are capable, very capable, of focus and multitasking, but yet giving devoted focus to each and everything we're doing. But when you see the Two of Swords, it means the choice has to be made, and by making the choice, I get a spiritual benefit, I get a physical benefit. These are swords cards, they're mental energy. So maybe it releases my mental energy to focus on things that are much better for me, much better for me. What they're saying with this too is don't just take everything at face value. Make people prove their worth to me. Make them prove their worth to me. We're Virgos, we always think if we treat you this way, you're going to treat us this way. And not all people are like that. If this is around relationship issues, okay, Virgo? And they're saying, being as this is aggressive, this Knight of Swords also. Don't let it be us that it is ignoring our life just to do one thing, unless that one thing was very short term and limited, because we don't want to burn ourselves out. We have that word balance in there also. Because our next card here is the Queen of Swords, Queen of Swords. So now we have the choice card in the swords, we have the Knight of Swords, we have the Queen of Swords, right? The Queen of Swords is someone who is prominent, powerful, in the mental realm and in the spiritual realm. It can be male or female. It's a swords card, so it can be, but these are general readings. A Gemini, a Libra or Aquarius person, male or female in our life. They call this queen the queen of divorce and separation. But I always think of this queen as she stands within her power, right? And if you are obstructing me, she has capacity of just cutting it off. And that's the piece of her that they're showing me right now. If you are obstructing me and I have things I have to do, I'm doing them. And that's just basically the way she's coming at me now, with that kind of force energy. The other thing about when I think about this Queen of Swords, I think about someone who has suffered, perhaps, maybe a great loss, but they've come through it. And they're stronger and better and bigger and have more depth of character by coming through or suffering that loss. So maybe it was a divorce or separation. Maybe I got fired by the Queen of Swords at work, if this is my job, and they just cut me off. Know that I deserve the respect, right? I deserve the respect, and if it was something, let's say, if it was something that I got fired for a good reason, okay. If I didn't get fired for a good reason, maybe I want to stand up. Maybe there's a few things I need to bring forward. You know, let's say it's at my job or something like that. You know, maybe I want to go to HR because this dude's firing me, male or female, for absolutely no reason, and perhaps the Queen of Swords have been coming after me all the time. Maybe this is a friendship that's no longer suitable, and the friend is being very aggressive and trying to force me to do things their way or something like that, and I'm done with it. Remember with the Queen of Swords, when she comes out on the other side, when she comes out on the other side, she is always, always, always standing tall, and she is stronger for having gone through this. So if we think about it like that, and we think about the Empress and the decision and the Knight of Swords together, Virgo, I believe that, you know, if this is us that's doing this to our own selves, as in the Knight, you know, of Swords, if we're doing this to our own self, maybe we want to take a step back and do a little nurturing. If it's someone doing it to us that we've been nurturing, you know, well, and looking at these cards and the way they're laid, maybe some of us have to make a decision to get a divorce or make a choice for something we really don't want to do right now, and maybe we just had a new baby or something, and they're thinking, if life's that bad, if there's no depth to it or no balance, maybe it's better, and I don't know which one of us Virgos this is for, but maybe it's better to stand in our integrity and perhaps raise our child in an appropriate manner without all this crazies, if that makes sense. I know that's not for all of us, and I advise you to look at your moon sign and rising sign. I feel very singular about whatever that message is about. So there's somebody out there that probably needs it, because our next card is the Page of Swords. So we still got Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, if it's a type or a sun, moon sign, you know, that's coming here. And this can be a younger person also. But what this message is about, this is what I was telling us about, the example I thought of, like the kid failed the college exams or the exams in school, you know, or they're out of balance. But this page, I almost said Knight, this page means that someone is taking risky behavior or acting in a risky manner, right? So with all these swords cards here, I don't want to, the one thing I don't want to do, right, is to be very temperamental or go off in these angry, crazy tangents because I'm mad about what's happening. You know, they're saying stay in balance. Stay in balance, Virgo. Whatever it is we're dealing with, remember, we're the ones that know how to dot the I's and cross the T's. We're impeccable and very detail-oriented. Remember that. That is us. Stand in our integrity and our depth of person, because because these are double-edged, they're swords. If this is us that's doing risky behavior, then maybe we want to back off and nurture ourselves. Once again, these cards in this manner go both ways. So if this is someone around us, it's risky behavior. They're doing something. You know, could be maybe we got a teenager that's doing drugs and alcohol, something like that, you know, we might have to take a stand. But if it's us, because it's both ways, maybe we'll want to take a stand to stand in the light and bring ourselves back into that balance and that alignment, you know, with spirit. So what they're saying is let people know, right, where I stand. What am I aiming for? Because these are swords cards, you know, And that's mental forms, you know. Maybe I need some help. Maybe I need help from coworkers if it's at work. Maybe there's somebody that can help me get forward on a project or something like that. For some reason, this feels very personal this month. I don't know why I'm feeling like that, but it feels very personal. So if it's called for, I'd want to be sympathetic, right, with this Page of Swords. But I'd still want to be firm, strong, and very clear, because these are mental cards, with my words and how I presented myself whenever I was going to take any kind of action. So they're saying don't just accept it at face value. Say this is the kid that failed the college exams. Check for our own self. You know, don't just take people that haven't proven themselves to us, because we think that others are going to act like we would act. Doesn't necessarily mean they're going to. So I think a lot of us Virgos are going to deal with a situation this month. And they're telling me very clearly that remember that Queen of Swords. She comes out on top no matter what happens to her. She goes on with her life. She stands in the light. She brings herself back into balance. She commands respect from others. She has a depth of personality, and she stands in her integrity because she made it through everything. Kind of interesting, huh? You guys will have to rate me and tell me what happens here. Virgo. Oh boy. You can't make it up. Our card is be honest with yourself from the angels. It says, look into your heart and you will know the truth of this situation. It is safe to admit the truth to yourself, for we will support and guide you through any necessary changes. The Queen of Swords survives all changes. The Two of Swords is making a decision and coming out of denial. Lean upon us for courage and the strength to take good care of yourself. The Empress. It says, focus only upon your true desires and they'll come up to you upon angels' wings. Let's see what that card means. Kind of interesting, huh? Whoops, I think I went one page too far. It says you receive this card as a gentle confrontation because your angels know you've been hiding from your true feelings. You've probably been afraid that if you admitted how you honestly felt, you'd be overwhelmed with feelings and faced with making some necessary changes that you feel unprepared for. Wow, if that's not the Two of Swords and everything these readings saying, I don't know what is. Yet the angels assure you that it's healthiest to face this situation with honesty and integrity, from what they were telling us. Yet the angels, whoops, I said that wrong. They will help you with your emotions, relationships, and any support you need to make positive change. However, the angels remind you to focus only upon your desires and not upon your fears, so that you can attract the former and not the latter. And I tell you guys this all the time. Focus on what you want, not what you don't want. It is all prayer. It's all prayer. It gets answered. So if I focus on, I'm going to make this change in this choice 1 minute, and then I focus on, but anytime someone says but to me, I know they are not willing or capable yet making the change. It doesn't look like this one might be easy for some of us, so look at your moon sign and your rising sign also this month. It says, the additional meanings are, the situation will improve when you face it squarely. You deserve better. Trust your own feelings, even if others don't agree. I don't think that Knight of Swords, the Page of Swords are going to be very agreeable with us. Don't give away your power to others. Avoid getting caught up in the illusion that this is the way it is. I think we can always change something. If it has to do with another person, maybe sometimes that change is removing ourselves from the situation because we hold and keep respect and that balance and integrity in ourselves. Well, Virgo, that's our reading for July. And I want to tell you, all of you, thank you for your likes, shares, and your subscribes, and for your comments. I read each and every one, even though I don't get a lot of time to write y'all back. And for any of you that want to just know more about me, all the information's at the website below the screen. And for anyone who wants to set an appointment with me, all of the information to do that's on the website. And to everybody I've met through doing these YouTube readings, and to all of you I've met through 28 years of doing readings, I think that means I'm old. I want to tell all of you that it's always, always an honor and a privilege to serve you. And hopefully, Virgo, I'll be back here and see you next month. Bye-bye.